You're ambitious. You've got big goals, big dreams, but something is holding you back. Procrastination. And let me guess, you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next month. And deep down, you feel that weight of wasted potential. But let me be clear, procrastination isn't just about being lazy. It's rooted in something much deeper. And if you don't address it, you'll find yourself waking up one day, wondering why you've fallen so far behind. In this video, I'm going to break down why we procrastinate and give you 3 practical, proven steps to finally break the cycle. These are not generic tips you've heard before. This is a battle plan to reclaim your focus and momentum. But first, let me ask you something. Are you serious about getting better? About reaching your potential? If you are, hit that subscribe button now. Over 70% of you watching aren't subscribed. But if you're here, it's for a reason. Don't miss out on what's coming next. Now let's get back to the video. First, let's talk about why procrastination happens, because understanding it is the first step to defeating it. It starts with fear. Fear of failure is one of the most common reasons. You set ambitious goals, and they're so big, so important, that the idea of messing them up terrifies you. So instead of facing that fear, you avoid it. Think about it. How many times have you put off starting something because the stakes felt too high? It's easier to distract yourself with social media, Netflix, or scrolling aimlessly than to risk failing at something that matters. Then there's perfectionism. A lot of men get caught in this trap because we tie our self-worth to achievement. We think, if I can't do it perfectly, why bother doing it at all? But perfectionism is just another excuse. It's fear disguised as high standards. And here's the irony. Waiting for the perfect moment, or trying to make your work flawless, guarantees you'll never finish anything. And finally, overwhelm. When your goals are massive, when you're thinking about writing that book, starting that business, or transforming your physique, it's easy to feel paralyzed. You look at the mountain ahead of you and think, I don't even know where to begin. And so, you do nothing. But here's the truth. Procrastination is a habit. It's something you've trained your brain to do. The good news? Habits can be broken. And I'm going to show you how. Let's start with the first strategy. The 5-minute rule. The hardest part of any task is starting. Think about it. How many times have you dreaded doing something, only to realize once you started, it wasn't as bad as you thought? That's because your brain is wired to resist effort. But here's the hack. Instead of focusing on finishing the task, commit to just 5 minutes of work. Let's say you've been procrastinating on cleaning your room. Don't tell yourself, I have to clean the whole thing. Instead say, I'll pick up clothes for 5 minutes. Once you start, you'll often find yourself continuing. That's momentum in action. This works because your brain hates leaving things unfinished. Starting a task creates a psychological drive to see it through, and even if you stop after 5 minutes, you've still made progress. The key is consistency over intensity. Small actions, repeated daily, lead to massive results. The second strategy is to kill perfectionism. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress, and I get it. You want your work to be excellent. You want to be proud of what you do. But here's the reality. You can't perfect something that doesn't exist. You have to create first and refine later. Let me give you an example. Think about a sculptor. When they start, they don't try to carve every detail perfectly from the beginning. They block out the rough shape, then refine it step by step. Your work, whether it's a project, a fitness goal, or a skill, is the same. So ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take today? Forget perfection. Focus on progress. Remember, done is better than perfect. Consistent action beats procrastinated perfection every single time. Now for the third strategy. Break it down and reward yourself. When you're faced with a massive goal, the worst thing you can do is try to tackle it all at once. That's a recipe for burnout and overwhelm. Instead, break it into smaller, manageable pieces. For example, let's say you're building a business. Instead of trying to launch everything at once, focus on one thing, creating your first product, setting up a basic website, or reaching out to your first client. Here's why this works. When you complete small tasks, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that reinforces the habit of taking action. And don't stop there. Build in small rewards. After 30 minutes of focused work, take a 5-minute break, go for a walk, listen to your favorite song. These rewards keep you motivated and help you associate work with progress, not pain. Now let me leave you with this. Procrastination isn't just about bad habits, it's about mindset. If you want to succeed, you need to stop chasing motivation and start building discipline. Motivation is fleeting, it's unreliable. Discipline is what separates men who achieve from men who dream. So here's your challenge. Take one thing you've been procrastinating on, just one, and apply the 5-minute rule today. Start small, build momentum, and if this message resonated with you, hit the like button and share this video with someone who needs it. Better yet, subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of men who take action, live with purpose, and dominate their potential. Don't miss out. Take action now.